Namaste and welcome to Tune In Frequency. This is a reading for the collective. My name is Jeena Joan and we're going to use a sound bowl. And today is going to be the shamanic soul oracle. And I have a little group of buddies here with me. Just some crystals that I felt that were supportive in today's reading. All right, maybe you can guess who they are or what they are. Okay, before we start, let's take a deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And I also want to say before I start that I'm sorry that I haven't published any reading. I promise that I did record some. The issue was that the last readings that I recorded on my phone weren't properly saved. I can't even tell you why, because I still don't understand why. I don't even know if it was Mercury retrograde then, but in doubt, blame Mercury retrograde, I guess. Yeah, so let's start. I believe that the things that wanted to come out weren't coming out at the right time. That's why probably they weren't shared. So today, this is going to be another chance, and I do believe that something has shifted from or in comparison to the weeks before. But let's see. All right, let's get started. Oh, sorry. Okay, but I caught it before. So what came up for me is something that was very straightforward. It was very easy energy. It was very clear energy, and it came in like very smoothly. And I would definitely say that this it's like a balancing act, that before it was something like that was wobbly, but now you're like centered. Now you are like balancing those extremes that you were caught up in the weeks before. And now it's just like shh, like Zen. It becomes really clear for you during this week. You will gain clarity about like what to do, what your next step is, what you want, or what your needs are in order to move forward. And what has been like maybe in something that was lying in a fog suddenly becomes very clear to you, like clear as day. Yeah. All right. Okay, I need both hands for this. So what this was like, I felt this like pushing energy down, pushing energy down, pushing energy down. And it really felt like something was like planting a seed, planting a seed, planting a seed. And then I could like, you probably heard it as well, like it was like rise, like growing and rising and and rising and rising, and it also became wider. So it wasn't, it really was like a growing plant, something that took up more space, and the higher it grew, the more space it took. And it's just like this really beautiful unfolding of this flower which has been planted before. And it, I would definitely say that that clarity that I was talking about before is the intention that helped you plant a seed, and that takes on and that starts growing and is definitely going to contain a fruit, like the labor is going to pay off, and you will be able to taste the sweetness of that fruit, that which plant, like the seed that you planted, which then grows into that beautiful plant, and then grows into that beautiful fruit, and which you can taste again, and you will gain another seed from that. So with that, you will learn what the next step is also. I like this reading. All right, let's go into the last one. Okay, this couldn't have been more clear. What I felt was, it was like a cutting energy, like really, like just like slicing things, and slicing it to separate it, slicing it to separate like one piece from another. And yes, those pieces are part of the same cake, but they're very different at the same time. And it's like you're slicing what is, what doesn't belong together anymore. So you separate different like energies, or maybe you separate like a group of people, and you choose one part that is something that you want, and the other part that you don't want, that you maybe give away, back to the universe. But both pieces are going to be a present, one present for you and the other present for the universe or others. So it's always going to be for the benefit of all. And this is really important when you slice like a knife. And when I talk about like a knife, think about like in tarot, think about the sword. The sword is about communication. So your words should be really clear, but they don't necessarily have to be harsh, because you're slicing a piece of cake. Yeah, it's again that like sweetness, that fruit that I was talking about, is something, there is enough for everyone. And some of it is yours and some of it is others, but everyone gets like what they want actually. All right, so let's see. I also, yeah, I already told you which deck I'm using today, because I especially felt like this raw energy would like fit the most. I really love my frequency cards. and I use them the most, of course, with tune and frequency. And let's see, let's actually start with these. So we got the drum, and the drum came out in reverse. The number is 15. So for you to see number 15, and as you can see, there is a huge, is it an eagle? I'm still learning about all the big birds, but yes, I would believe that it's some kind of eagle. Definitely a big winged bird. And it's something about the calling, but let's get into it in a little bit. We have 3 cards, all of them in reverse. So the second card we got is the river with the number 20. And as you can see, this shaman is actually not just like holding the water, but it also looks like it has like Elsa's crown of ice on. So we have different elements or different states of water. And the moon, of course. The moon, the main influence of the water. And the third card that we have is lightning. And the lightning has a number 30. And if you see this, if you look, you can see that there is like a person. You can see, and their light that really shines bright. It is like very, I would say like a very, a card that holds a lot of electricity. And when we talk about electricity, I would also mention like a lot of power. And the power, you can't see the person. So the power is actually coming from within, because the materialistic world or that perspective is like in the background. But what we do see is energy. Manifested energy for sure, because that's what lightning is. I really like this card. And I also love how, do you see that? When you hold them together from far, I don't know, I think with my light, oh yeah, here you can see it. Like these cards kind of blend in really nicely, because this shade and this shade is very similar. So there's like a connection there. All right. So what did I talk about before? I was talking about the balance, right? This inner, here it is, the call of the drum. So when I talk about the call of the drum, I also talk like the drum is like your inner heart, your heart. That is your inner drum, right? And your heart is calling. So if you can this week, if you have a drum, use that. If you don't, either find something you can bang on the floor with, or maybe on wood, or put on like a shamanic recording of drums. I can try to like recommend something in the caption, because I have like one album that I really like, and that will bring you automatically more into balance, and it will help you. You were probably like walking to the drum of others, and what is important right now that you start listening to your own drum, to your own heart, and you follow that rhythm and not like, yeah, anything that others do. With the river, your emotions are really important because you were standing, basically you were in resistance. So you are standing in the middle of this river and all this water is coming toward you, and you're trying to stop it. But then the water becomes like overwhelming and overpowering and you lose control. And that can like create, like if you're resisting life, that will create like a lot of like this, a lot of energy, but that energy is like the biggest block. So if you don't learn to channel that energy into a helpful flow, whether it's like a creative um outcome, or if you scream out your anger but for yourself, like as a form of expression, if you don't do that, and then you also like feel into it and listen to that overwhelming energy that's coming in, then you will have, in German we say, to have Gedankenblitz, ein Gedankenblitz bekommen. So Gedankenblitz, it's like a thought that is like that starts like a um that's coming in like lightning, this idea. And if you have that, you have like, I want to say, like you can start like using the inspired action. You can move forward. You're listening to your heart, and you know how to like use the emotions that you're feeling, and then you're like lightning is like energy releasing, um the sky is releasing the energy that is in the air and grounding it. And remember what I said about the planting the seed and letting the plant grow. And here the lightning will shoot the energy into the earth, and then it grounds itself. Yeah. So all of a sudden we're back to the balance, and all the balance has been restored on planet Earth, for yourself, in your heart, in your relationships with others. And I absolutely love this reading. And I'm really, really happy that after this long break, we are back here again. I really hope that you like this reading. And if this has inspired you to act on something in your life, if you don't know how to listen to that drum of your heart, or if you don't know how to channel your overwhelming feelings, or how to listen to that, or how to feel into that without like jumping into action in terms of like it becoming like a destructive energy, um, then, and you want to turn it into something fruitful, something for the benefit of all, then please send me a message. I would love to hear from you. I would love to extend this reading and give you a personal reading, and we can look into like what the universe has in store for you. And yeah, just find more of these mysteries and gain more clarity together. I would love that. So I want you to stay tuned and see you soon. Bye.